Ark's official PvP servers are extremely difficult to survive on. If you've ever tried it, you know what I'm talking about. People all over will try to convince you not to play on these servers just to save yourself from a lot of grief. But today we are playing on these small tribe servers, which are some of the hardest, and this isn't 2020. I can't be playing for 10 hours a day. I'll be playing these servers well solo and while working a 9 to 5 real life job. So our ultimate goal here will be to build up a base, get tech tier, and survive, so let's get into it. So this series is going to start over on the Ragnarok map of Ark. This map is pretty great for starting out. It has a lot of benefits, one of which being that it's generally low pop, so you can kind of fly under the radar as you get built up and get some tames and get situated. So that is why we chose it, and this will be where we're starting our new small tribe series off at. Alrighty boys, so we're just heading over here to a remote area of the desert. So I spawned in over here, we tamed up a Pteranodon really quick, got kind of a basic kit together, and as well as a Pyromane, and we are just kind of looking for somewhere sneaky. So on my way over here I picked up an ice wyvern egg, and I guess the plan's going to be to hatch that as quickly as we can. Okay, so we got our little torches here to warm up our egg. I want to get a wyvern fast just so I can kind of compete with some of the more advanced players. Okay, I think we need a few more torches and then this thing should be cooking down, and we can kind of leave it for a while and go get some other gear, hopefully get a little bit more advanced before this egg hatches. Alright, so we are incubating. I think we're going to leave this wyvern egg here while we go maybe tame up some stuff and try to get some more gear. So I wanted to try to get another wyvern egg. If I'm raising one, I might as well raise two. What level is this? Okay. So we're going to go try and find a higher level egg so we can do that at the same time. Alright, so I haven't gotten a wyvern egg with a Pteranodon in probably a while. I do remember that you die a lot of the time though, so I want to be careful. We're going to go in the back here. Hope for the best. We can grab one undetected. So I really wanted to get a wyvern just so we could like go parasaur hunting. We could grab up a parasaur and it will detect any hidden loot for us, which would be a good way to start. I'm not really sure if people even hide stuff like that anymore, but I thought we might as well check. Plus that'll let us have like a good flyer that can actually hold its own versus some of these more endgame tames that the rest of the players here are going to have. All these wyvern nests are empty, except this one. And low level. Okay, that is... we're probably not even going to take that. It's pretty bad. We might just have to stick with the ice wyvern egg we have and call it a day. Get out of here, dude. Oh gosh, I came straight over here to the ice queen cave to try to get some loot, but I think I forgot just how powerful this thing is. It's kind of beating up my Pyromane here. Okay boys, this is not looking good. I didn't realize that I needed such a good Pyromane for this. You can see mine is just about dead. I'm hoping we can kill this thing before we die here. We'll let that thing burn for a little bit and go hide. So So this thing is just tamed, but I feel like it should be good enough to kill the Ice Queen. Okay, I think it died. I think it must have just died when it went underground because I was burning it with this. So this is why I love Ragnarok. Dude, this little mini boss is always cracked. Oh yeah, dude, see that? 298 shotgun. Let's go check out these other ones. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm talking about, dude. Flak BPs, shotgun BPs. These drops are like some of the best in the game now. Flak BPs, another one. I'm gonna have like almost half a set of flak BPs by the time I'm done with one run on here. It's crazy. Alright, so here's what I ended up getting. You can see it's pretty freaking good for only a few minutes. Some good flak BPs, a decent shotgun, a good stego saddle BP, which will set us on our way. I'm gonna go look for a drop and we're gonna upload these things. Okay, here's a drop. So here is what we have just a few hours into this. We got flak gauntlets, we got a shotgun BP, we got a helmet BP, we got an actual crafted capped shotgun, rocket launcher, dude, yeah. Really good place to start is the ice cave. So we're actually gonna upload this pyro main. I know that seems kind of crazy, but I want to go tame another one, so we'll have one as a backup. So we're gonna run back over to the lava and do that. So we still got a bunch of stuff on us that we'll just have to carry around, but at least we have some decent gear to fight tames now and things. Alright, there we go. Let's get this thing tamed up. Okay, boys, so we're actually going to run this cave one more time. I'm going to show you how many drops are actually in here. It's pretty insane. You can get so much loot from one run of this cave. So you might be starting to figure out why I think this cave is pretty broken. Okay, Ice Queen is down. Okay, we're all done. But if I'm not mistaken, we looted 14 different drops on our one run here on the ice cave, which is pretty insane. And these aren't just like any drops. They're giving us Ascendant flak BPs, shotguns, rockets, C4, really good saddles. So yeah, dude, this is why I like to run this thing early game. You're gonna get really good stuff right off the bat. You can see we got a bunch of crafted gear as well as blueprints, which is gonna be really big for us as we try to start out here. Okay, so this is our haul for the first few hours, mostly just from the ice cave, as you guys know, but 3 capped shotguns right off the bat is absolutely crazy. Half of a really good Ascendant flak set, and then we're just doing some saddle uploads right now. So this is what I was talking about too, dude. The alpha has blocked off all of the orbital drops, which is pretty obnoxious, but I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's not that hard to get around it. Like, you can kind of just jump high and go around. If this Rex will leave me alone here. Are you gonna come eat me or no? Okay. So So you can kind of just look up and maybe get the access to it. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so we finally got a griffin trapped. I actually think that I was a bit low IQ and tried to be too thrifty on the trap, and I don't think the trap works. I'm stuck in here with a griffin, but we'll have to build a new one, I think. Alright, perfect. Griffin tamed and ready to go, dude. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so everything is going according to plan. I got the Griffin. Next, we are going to be looking around for stuff for a Quetz saddle so we can make ourselves a sky base to help us start up here. Okay, so I think... I'm not really sure what we're missing. I don't think we're missing much. I think we're missing maybe pearls, and we'll have to see. Not much for a Quetzal saddle, so we'll craft that up first, and then we'll head over and see if we can find ourselves a Quetzal, which will help us stay hidden for hopefully a few days on a sky base. Alright, so we got everything for the Quetzal saddle, got the pearls that we needed, and saddle is completed. Perfect. That saddle is a little bit expensive, which is okay. We at least got it now, took a bit of farming. But we should have everything ready to go for our sky base now. All we gotta find is a Quetzal. Here's one. Level 20, dude. That is actually perfect. We are on Ragnarok, so the levels are generally higher on wild dinos, but I'm really glad that I found a low level one. So I'm not trying to tame a level 150 Quetz right now. The level doesn't really matter if we're turning him into a base. Hopefully he'll get stuck on one of the cliffs here. Okay, perfect. Quetzal tamed. So we actually aren't on the server that I want to put our base on. This server, I was scouting around and it seems a little bit more hostile. There's a lot of bases and they've actually blocked off the Ice Queen Cave on the server, and I want to run that a lot, so we are not going to be building on this server. So we're going to have to find a drop and upload our Quetzal. Take him back over to the server we want to base on. Alright, let's get this Quetzal uploaded. Some beer and some structures. Alright, not bad. So I'm thinking we're on a different server like I was saying, and unfortunately I already uploaded this Griffin, so I'm not allowed to upload it again for like 12 hours, and so we're just gonna fly him all the way up here to the sky border and leave him. I'm really hoping nobody kills him because he is my best dino by far currently. So yeah, let's say goodbye to our boy here and hope that he survives the night. We'll be able to claim him back tomorrow morning. So we're going to head back over to our other Ragnarok server and build up our Quetz base. It's really nice to have like a home base when you're starting out. You can have a place to craft things and store your stuff, which is why I'm excited for that. Okay, we are back. Let us try to get out of here as fast as we can, dude. I always hate doing stuff like this, like taking a dino or gear out of upload when I'm not prepared. Anybody sees me, I'm an easy kit. Just grab a few of these. I want to be able to craft the structures for the base. Let's see, we have a bunch of dinos all up in here. You can see it's actually been a day. So I got off last night, didn't get back on until almost 24 hours later, and so that is the benefit of having all of our stuff in upload. We are staying safe here. So I'm thinking we're going to put this over the desert. That's one of my favorite spots to put sky bases. Alright, so we're starting out the build here. We don't really have any of the big structures like a fabricator or like a chem bench yet. But it's okay, you know, as long as we can get a place to be safe, we're good. Alright, so here's our quets. We're slowly bringing dinos up to it one by one. Unfortunately, we can't put a cryo fridge on the Quetzal, which is really annoying, but you know, we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. And yeah, we're gonna go pick up our griffin we left. Hopefully it's still alive. Alrighty boys, so we're over back on the other Ragnarok server. The unfortunate thing about leaving your flyer thousands of feet in the air is you're gonna have to tame a dino just to get up to it. So we just spawned over here and knocked out a couple pteranodons. We thought we might as well do two. And so these are taming up finally, and we're gonna fly up and reclaim our griffin here. So he is still alive, which is always a good sign. Nobody found him. Let's see if we can get him down, and we will be good to go, dude. I'm pretty stoked that my griffin wasn't dead, dude. That thing took forever to tame. I'm not used to these small tribe rates. They're super low. Okay. Oh, dude, let's go. Free bunk bed. Okay, my Terra is here. Let's upload this. So I'm actually gonna go scout around really quick before we head off, just because I thought I might as well. We have the griffin so we can move fast, so let's just do that really quick and see if we can find anything. Somebody built that red ob. Alrighty boys, so I have a raid. I couldn't believe it. I was flying around the red ob and I saw a pretty nice looking raft. It had turrets on it, and you're probably wondering, how are you gonna raid a raft? You literally do not have anything, and you are right. But what I do have is way too many hours in this game that I have the forgotten methods on how to raid rafts, even if you don't have any explosives. Alright, we have enough wood and everything. We're crafting up the raft here. We're still a bit heavy. So we will be building a raft and getting ourselves an Arthropleura and raiding this base the old-fashioned way. So here's what the raft is going to look like. So I actually did this just a little bit ago. When I was playing the Ragnarok servers, we did a little series on those. We did this raid method and it worked out really well. So I'm excited to try this again. It should be pretty easy. Alright, come on, Mr. Arthropleura. We'll tame this thing up, and hopefully with a little bit of luck we'll get our first raid in. Come on. There we go. So only level 29, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, that was just the one that was closest to me, so we are going to use it. And it doesn't matter too much. We probably only need to destroy like 1 or 2 walls. So the last thing we need is an Arthropleura saddle. I can't just whistle this thing on, it really needs a saddle, so let's see what we need for that. We need just more obsidian and a little bit of paste, which I think I have the paste here. So just obsidian. Okay, perfect. I was thinking there should be obsidian up on these mountains here. I don't really remember where the resources are on this map, but I mean, if you just look around, you can usually find them where they're supposed to be, like obsidian on the top of a mountain. Bingo. Okay. Arthropleura saddle acquired. Let's finish off there. Actually, let me pick this up. Let's get that Arthropleura up on the raft, ready to go, and then we will leave this place. Oh, dude, I forgot the saddle. Thank you. Okay, dude. I'm hoping this works. If this doesn't work, I like it shot through a wall or something, I'm going to be kind of sad, because this took a little bit of work here. So we're going to drop our griffin off here, just on the shore, a little bit of ways. I don't want it to die. This raft does have turrets, and so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. And we will leave this guy here safe and sound with a sleeping bag next to him so we can come back. Alright, boys, so I actually realized I built this wrong. It needs a doorway, a double doorway here instead of the dino gate. Which, there we go, that is exactly what I want. We don't really have any other materials on this raft, so we're going to have to start demoing stuff, unfortunately, but should be okay. We don't really need the back side of this raft very much. We just need 3 walls now. Get 2 from there, and I think we have a thatch one. We do. Okay. So wall there, wall here. We're good to go now. Alright, here's the base. I always love scouting the ocean, because I feel like you find decent stuff in rafts really often. Too heavy here. Okay, let's make sure we're right, because we cannot back up here. We will die. Okay, this is looking straight on. I feel like I'm piloting a spaceship trying to dock it correctly. And there we go. I think maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's open this door. So here's what you gotta do, dude. It's kind of cheesy, but yeah, open the door, and then you can hit the wall through the door. All without getting shot. Those turrets can't even see me. So we'll munch this wall down, and we'll be good to steal all these guys' gear. Move you out of the way. And here we go, dude. Alright, this guy's got shield. Take his armor. Thank you. And a shield. Okay, cryo fridge, RG, shotgun. Get him out of the way. Okay, I don't know if we're not hitting this guy or what. Alright, there we go. Here's his friend. I use aim assist. Oh, dude, why are you coming in here? How did you even fit in here? Oh my gosh, dude! Dude! That is a mutated level 370 mana and Karcha. Boys, we hit the jackpot. That's insane, dude. Okay, we hit... These guys have mutated dinos. I thought that was going to take us a long time to get. We got really good Karchas and manas right off the bat. That's crazy. What are these guys even doing with that? That's actually insane. Okay, let's see. A bunch of pearls in here. Check these. Nothing really. Wait. Some decent structures in here, but dude, these guys, I'm not sure what they're doing with manas and karchas in this like random raft. Wait. Dude, these guys, I'm probably guessing these guys bought this gear that I just stole from them. You can see the saddles I'm picking up right now, the karcha saddle, the mana saddle, those are crafted. It's like they probably bought this from somebody for like real money. If you're unfamiliar, it's really common in Ark to like pay real money for in-game items, and so I'm betting these guys bought like a starter kit. I don't know how much it would be, maybe like $15, and then you get like some dinos and some saddles and stuff, which is what I feel like I just stole, because they have like a mana, some manas, some karchas, and then like a couple other random dinos. But dude, that's actually goated. So we got really good dinos from this raid. The rest of the stuff I honestly don't really care about. It's like the dinos are far more important than anything else. So I'm trying to make a rocket launcher so I can get this generator down. Let's see. If these guys had any obsidian. Come on. Alright, turret's down. Perfect. Dude, I gotta get this out. I gotta get these dinos out. This is like game changing to have these OP dinos early game. I just wanted to try to take all of this gear. Alright, so we're taking all of the materials. You can see there's quite a bit. It's just too juicy for me to leave all the metal and paste and gunpowder. So we're gonna stash this in our smithies. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to take this back to our Quetzal tonight, but maybe we can come back for it later. Okay, let's see. Can I get up here? Yes, alright, perfect. Not even that much ammo, only like 200 bullets in each. Yeah, this was a huge come up. I mean, that if I had found one mana, that would have been something amazing, but we found all these other dinos, a bunch of other good gear, and some ammo now, which is crazy. Alrighty, boys, we're heading back to our Griffin. I stashed all of the other resources we got in these smithies. I'm going to shove them into the wall here. We're probably just going to head into the upload with all of these juicy dinos that we got so they can stay safe overnight. I do have to get off. It's time to go to bed so I can get up for work tomorrow. So yeah, dude. I can't believe that though. That was an actually juicy raid you saw. We got Karchas, Karcha saddles, manas, all sorts of stuff. Alrighty, boys. So we are back over on our home server. I spawned in with all of the gear that we got in that raid, and we are just crafting up some resources here. I wanted to finish baking the sky quets with all the structures we need. Okay, so here is our base. I decided to throw it up over here, like up above the desert. I feel like this is a pretty good spot, and not a lot of people are going to check over here. So here is what we have so far. Not really a whole lot, just some smithies, but I do want to make like a fabricator and the other structures we're going to need to make C4 and other things like that. Alright, let's get this fridge placed how we want. Alright, sweet. Okay, great. And they're taking the servers down, but that's alright. Okay, so we have a bunch of consumable stuff, all these soups and other things we're going to throw in the fridge, and then we'll probably head back to that server we were raiding on. Okay, so I spawned back in over here on the server we did our raid on. If you remember, we got a bunch of random stuff from that raid. I just couldn't carry because it was too heavy. You can see all this stuff here. But we're going to try and get this off and back onto our skyquets. Alright, I'm kind of just hoping nobody is transferring off of here and comes and kills me. So luckily this little turret tower they have over here at the Red Ob is raided. But yeah, we're gonna have to just slowly move all of the loot over here. Yeah, dude, this is a slow process. With how much stuff I have, you can see all this like crystal and metal and random gear I have. I'm trying to take all of this and it takes me forever to slowly move this because it's so heavy. If anybody catches me here, like I'm an easy kid. Like they could just walk up and hit me with a torch even and I'll probably die. Just because I'm so heavy, I have so much stuff. Oh, no way, dude, I'm too far. I'm too far. Oh no, dude. I thought I was close enough. How much timer? Okay, come on, come on, come on. I really need to get all this out. Look at all this metal and stuff. Oh my gosh, we made it. I can't believe that. Okay, we got all of our gear. Let's go. Alrighty, so we are back on our skyquets. We have all of this gear, and I went down and killed some mantises to get some polymer. So we have a bunch of stuff here. I want to try to craft up a bunch of heavies, because ultimately I want to move into like a little rat hole base pretty quickly. I don't want to stay on the skyquets for too long. Alright, heavy turret. Crafting. So we did get an anglerfish yesterday from that raid on the raft, which was really OP. We just farmed ourselves up a bunch of pearls, and we basically have everything for probably like 7 heavy turrets, which is going to be great. That is probably enough to move into like a rat hole versus just being unprotected here on this skyquets. Dude, these guys are a little ridiculous. The alphas on the server are a little insane, dude. Look at this. They've like foundationed off all of the wyvern nests even. Like, did they really need to do that? I don't know. We're trying to find some high level eggs though. I would like to raise some wyverns. The one I had starved to death because I kind of forgot about it. So we're going to need to find some new eggs here. Oh my gosh, dude, this is insanity. So we threw out one of our cartridges we got in the raid yesterday, and I brought it up here to the snow. There's some sort of event, I think it's, I don't know, like the dodo or zombie wyvern event. I don't know what's going on, but I think that the spawns are broken over here because there is like an insane amount of wyverns everywhere. But the reason I came up here is I hatched one of my wyvern eggs, but I don't have any milk for it, and so I think that there's even alpha wyverns up here, and so if we kill one we should be able to get a lot of milk. But yeah, this event is absolute insanity. I'm getting so much XP. You can see in the bottom right I'm like ready to level. Like, look at this. It's crazy, dude. If you're trying to level something, like, this is the time to do it. Okay, there is the alpha wyvern right there with the bone skin on. Let's kill this thing. Alright, there we go. 50 wyvern milk. Even though it's kind of fun to kill all these, I don't really think I need to stay up here for that much longer. Okay, so here is our wyvern. We found a 170 fire egg, which is pretty good. I mean, that's definitely good enough for what we want. And I'm just going to have to be feeding this wyvern milk. I know that you can use bison milk, but I'll be honest, I don't really know how that works because I haven't done that yet. So we're just going with the old method. So we did get one high level pyromane from that raft that we raided. You can see it's level 430 right here. It is a female though, which is kind of unfortunate, kind of hard to breed. But we did breed it with one of the wild ones we tamed, and I'm hoping we get all the stats here. Level 430 is crazy. If I can get some like high level pyromanes, I think that'll help us out a lot. Come here. Okay, so that is level 399. That definitely has all of the stats we're looking for. 23k HP, 870 melee. Absolutely insane stats on this thing. We'll have no problem like killing wild dinos and running the Ice Queen with a super OP pyromane. I'm excited for this. Alright, so we did have one of our wyverns finish. There we go. And I did hatch another one. It's only level 155, which is pretty bad, but I couldn't really find a lot of eggs because I think that the Alpha tribe blocked off a bunch of the wyvern egg spawns with foundations, so there's only a few available here. This is going to be really good though because I want to use these wyverns to hunt for hidden loot with parasaurs. I'm not even sure that's going to work. I don't think people really do that as much as they used to in the old game, but I thought I'd at least try. That could be a good way to get some good gear easily. Alright, this thing got imprinted, perfect. Alright, we're detecting something. Probably something inside this castle here. Dude, is it this Bronto? The red dot is pinging right on the Bronto, which is super weird. Am I getting trolled here, or what's going on? Oh my gosh, is it right here? It's either underneath, or it's literally this Bronto. Yeah, there's nothing here. It's the Bronto. I'm getting trolled by these guys. They have tamed a Bronto and then put it on wandering to make it look like it's wild. Okay. Alright, boys. Good one. Thought I found some hidden loot there for a second. So we flew all around the map. I didn't really find much with the wyvern and the parasaur, but I did want to tame up some Arthropluras to help us out here. A lot of the drops are blocked off on this map, so it's really hard for me to transfer on and off, and I'm going to get rid of a few of these blockers. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. These guys have cryo-fridged off all the drops, and so you can't use them to transfer off, which is like super obnoxious. Obviously, they're gonna probably figure out that I'm doing this and maybe they'll do it again, but I'm hoping they just leave it alone. I don't even think I can whistle this on, so we're just gonna have to chomp down this cryo-fridge. It will take a while, but you know, this is what I gotta do. I gotta transfer on and off the server here. Alright, finally, dude, we can access this drop again. Let's upload this guy. Take a free Pteranodon saddle. Alright, I don't want to do too many of these, because if I start destroying all of their crowd fridges over here, they're going to know, and they're going to come probably look for me. So we're just destroying a couple so I can transfer off the server. Okay, so we spawned over here on Extinction. We've done enough PvE for the day. We are wanting to scout around, and I do not even have a crowd fridge. We're using the old-fashioned upload method for dinos. Okay, I'm not sure if this turret tower has ammo or not. It looks like it's kind of empty, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, it definitely has ammo. I'm glad I checked. You didn't just fly right into it. Got our Parasaur though, and so I'm hunting for some sort of stashed loot or stray dinos if we can find any. Okay, wait, don't kill my Parasaur here. Hey, free shotgun, I'll take that. Let's get out of here. Get me out. That's why I'm always checking the terminals. I feel like they have free stuff in them a lot. Dude, this just broke. Somebody blow this up. Oh, this just auto decayed. That's why it broke right in front of me. Says these turrets are still powered, but I think I just need to wait a sec. Yeah, they're disappearing. Unpowered. Oh, dude, okay. This could be a huge come up. Those guys had tech turrets on this little base and it just auto decayed, so let's see. So, I mean, this means they haven't been here for 16 days to have the auto decay, which is, I don't know, not a great sign. They probably didn't leave anything too good behind, but let's check. Oh no, dude. Okay, so the vaults are pin coded, and the timer on them resets when they fall, and so that's why we're not just able to demolish them, unfortunately. Dang, dude, I do not have enough C4 for these. I'm probably gonna have to get an Arthropleura if I want to pop these open. Okay, well, in that bag there is like some food and some element. But that's not really what I need, dude. I need either like good flak or dinos. That's what I really want. Okay, so we're probably gonna open these vaults, but I want to check all these bags first. Come here. Okay, so a little bit of element, a little bit of food, but like, who cares, honestly? That's not what I really need. I think these are just the turret bags. Yeah. So some ammo. I mean, that's something. I'll take the ammo. I really do want to move into like a little rat hole in like the next day or two. So we will take all the ammo we can get, but okay, dude, this is... I don't even have grapples, which is why I'm having to do this like the scuffed way. So we're spawning back in. I went back over to my Ragnarok server and uploaded an Arthropleura. So let's see, dude. I'm really hoping that... I don't know what happened to these guys, why they didn't come back to this base, but that they left some good gear here. So let us grab our Arthropleura out of upload and we'll go take a look at this this base. Are you serious? There's no way these are empty. Oh my gosh, these are both empty. What a waste of time. That's so unfortunate. I was really hoping we were just gonna have like a huge come up here with whatever was in these vaults, but I don't know. I mean, I guess these guys probably just had like a little element farming base and then like let it go after that. Alright, so we are back on our base and things are looking good. You can see how many heavy turrets we have. We have a good amount of ammo. I think that I'm going to try to breed up a few more pyromanes just to have as like some defense dinos. And then we'll probably move into a new base spot in the next couple days. I have like a few in mind. I'm not sure which I'm going to pick yet, but here's all like the dinos I have. So we're kind of chilling, honestly. We have a lot of decent lines, and then we have some good defenses with the heavy turrets and stuff now. So I feel like we're getting ready, and I think we have almost a full set of flak BPs too. Alrighty, boys. So I'm recording again. Amateur move. Sometimes I'm like, oh, dude, this is crazy. This just happened, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't record that. You can see my wyvern is almost dead. So I was flying around the dark cave, and then I ran into some guy building a base, and he almost killed me with a pyromane. So we are going to download our own and go fight him. Can't really fight him on this wyvern, it's basically dead. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. You can see this kit I have in my wyvern is his stuff. It's just primitive flak. He's just starting out, it looks like, but so am I. So we're gonna fight him, and he's building a base. He didn't really have any turrets though. I don't know why, but I threw a C4 down and blew up his base, but then he almost killed me, so I had to leave. We're gonna head back down here and see if we can acquire some loot from this man. I'm hoping he didn't put a turret up or anything. I actually don't even want to bring my wyvern. It's only has 2000 HP. It's like so easy to kill. Let's just leave it up here. Dude, these freaking bugs. Alright, we'll probably just hide it like right up here by these mushrooms. Dude, these bugs. I don't want them to kill my wyvern while I'm gone. Like, imagine it dying to a bug. Alright, so we're heading down. The one thing you do have to be aware of is the Megalosaurus can actually pick up the pyromane with its mouth, and so I'm kind of scared of that happening. You can see in the chat, he said, why stop after I started fighting him? So, sorry dude, but you know. I'm trying to remember, he's like in one of these little caves here to the left. Oh, here he is. Alright, I killed him. I killed him. It was so easy. Before, he was on the pyromane and it was taking me a while. So, yeah, it's a little unfair now that I have my super OP pyromane and he just has these two tamed ones, but that's the luck of the draw. Sorry, boys. one down. Oh, he has sleeping bags over here. I just noticed. There we go. Gosh, dude, these things are like impossible to kill. And this one's tame. Alright, finally dead. Let's take a look. So we've got a couple things in here, a bunch of charcoal, some paste. I'm just like kind of paranoid this guy's around. He has like sleeping bags somewhere. And if he comes over with that Meglo, he could actually kill me like pretty easily, honestly. So I need to make some cryopods. I don't even have enough for the dinos I have, so I'm gonna take everything we need for that. Let's see what else he has in here. In the forge. Oh, dude, he has tons of metal in there. Generator. Oh gosh, dude, that thing scared me. I heard it walking. Here. It's got a bunch of metal. Yeah, so it seems like this guy's just starting out, unfortunately. I thought that he'd have more stuff with the amount of dinos he had, but I don't know that he will. Dude, he had electronics, metal, polymer. Why didn't he just make like a couple turrets? If you guys get like a base started, make sure you make turrets as fast as possible. It's really important. Okay, so we need to make... I really need to make more cryo fridges and cryopods so we can go scout other servers. I don't know if they're ever going to change the you have to have a cryo fridge close to you to throw out a cryopod, but I swear, dude, I don't know why they made that. It just makes the game that much more annoying to play. I don't really see the benefit of it at all, so that would be super nice if they reverted that change to just have cryopods like they used to be. But at least we have a couple cryo fridges now, so we can go scout. Craft up a few spare cryopods as well. I'm probably going to go back to that guy's base. He had a lot of resources left over there that I want to take. Alright, nice. Let's head out. Alright, so little trick for you, if you didn't know, you probably did, but this is the easiest way to move metal around. Just craft it up into dino gates. That's what I really like to do. So this guy had like so much metal here, and he had a bunch of paste. I think I didn't even take this paste here. There we go. So we're just crafting this all up into dino gates. That way we can transport it easily without it weighing 1,000,000 pounds. And we can start pre-crafting some structures for our new base. Right, perfect. Oh, that's on neutral. Okay, so someone left like a super good lightning wyvern over here. And whenever I see like high-level dinos around the map, I always kill them. You never know what they're going to have inside. So it's always a good idea if you can to kill them. I'm kind of scared of this lightning wyvern because I'm sure it has like insane stats. But we can for sure kill it with our pyromane here. It's too bad I'm a little bit too heavy. Probably drop some of this. We can kill it. Alright, there we go. and didn't really have anything, but it does have the essence, which I feel like people forget that is also a super easy way to get OP dinos, is to just kill one and then resurrect it. Looks like someone tried to attack a base here and just left. You know what's weird is I'm pretty sure that this tribe is the same tribe who had the raft that I raided and took all their dinos. But it's weird that they would have that if they like are this advanced and have tech and everything. Super weird. But I know that there's like a really big rat hole over here somewhere by like the ice cave. I'm not super sure, but I know that like there is one. I've seen people build it quite a bit. I wonder if there's any leftover loot here. I thought there was people in these tech pods, because in the old game, when they were closed, there was always people in them. But not in this one. Unfortunately, I don't have the transmitter engram still, and so I can't see what's inside there. So even if there is good stuff in this transmitter, I will have no idea. I'm tempted to get an Arthropleura and like bring it over here and munch down everything, but honestly these guys have been away from this for like 4 days, so it's probably just empty. Probably be a waste of time for me. Okay, so I don't know what is going on. People are just leaving their dinos around the map, I guess. I found like another high-level lightning wyvern here. Okay, so nothing in that one either, but we did get the essence once again, so maybe we'll have to go over to Scorched Earth and resurrect some of these super OP lightning wyverns. Are you serious? How am I killing my own Parasaur? Alright, I'm transferring. I'm transferring off this server. Okay, so we are over here on Aberration. Of course, my favorite map. Where else would I want to build a base? So I was thinking about where to put a base, and like I wasn't really sure. This is going to have like some unique properties to it. So a big thing about this base is we're going to be offline for a long time. Like when I go to work and when I like get off for the night, I probably won't be getting on again for like 24 hours. So this is going to have to be a really easy spot to defend that's hard to raid. And I think I have one in mind. Okay, so let's head over here. So I've actually built in this spot previously just for like a few days on the 30-day wipe servers of Ark. And I feel like it's pretty decent. I'm hoping it's empty on this server. Like I don't know anybody on the server or anything. I'm not allied or anything like that. I just picked a random Aberration server, and I'm hoping this spot is empty and we can build up here. Okay, so heading over here, it looks like this is empty indeed. Well, nobody has like defenses outside at least, so here it is. Looks like there's 2 structures close by. But yeah, it's up in these little crystals here. There's a little hole that opens up into enough space for a base. So let's sneak up here. Make sure, yeah, so nobody's built in here. There is a couple of structures. So pretty cool little entrance. You can see it's kind of hard to get into, and then it opens up into some space here. Oh, it looks like there's a... Is there a vault back here? There is. Okay, demolish allowed vault. So I mean, it's probably been here for a long time, but I mean, someone was built in here at one point. Okay, so for now, we're not like building the base up just yet. I don't really have anything on me. I just spawned over here. So we're going to just put some beds down, and then we'll go back to our Quetzal and start loading ourselves up with resources. And I just wanted to make sure the beds work, and they do. And a lot of like rat holes over here on Ark Ascended, they don't really work, but this one does work. So that is great. This should work out for a new base spot. So let's head back over to our Ragnarok server and start getting some gear here. Okay, so back over on our Quetzal. You can see I got the 5 heavies here. I've got some ammo. We're pretty much just going to take anything that is essential to the base. So those gates are going to be important. We're going to need to demo those to get some resources. Probably take these to demo for polymer. Alright, so I think we basically have everything we can carry. We can't carry much more. I'll take a few dinos. Like a basic kit, but yeah, I really can't carry too much, which is going to be a little bit hard when we are trying to transfer all this stuff. But yeah, let's head off the server. We're going to go build our base now. If we can get off this server safely, that's the goal. Alright, so we got 2 minutes on the timer. I did find a drop in the middle of the desert, so yeah, nobody should be coming all the way out here to collect this, hopefully. I'm just waiting. Let's demo these really quick. I have some time. Alright, great. 1,000 metal from those. Perfect. That's why I really like collecting drops. If you're starting out early game, dude, you can get these behemoth gates. They give you so many resources, which is going to be super helpful for building our base. Oh, I gotta drop some stuff, too heavy. Let's see, I got 2,000 metal, which is great. So we should have plenty of materials to craft up our base once we spawn in here. Alright, so here we are over on Aberration. We don't have like a ton of space, but let's get things situated. Okay, generator is down. Okay, and first turret is up. We are a little bit safer than we were. Still not much, though. Alright, so we'll be doing a lot to defend this base. I have like a bunch of different methods I'm going to be using to keep it safe. So this base spot, it's pretty small, honestly, but I think it'll be fine for what we want, which is just to store loot in. Okay, so we're back over on the Quetzal one more time. We're just gonna grab, I think we're gonna grab like our blueprints and our dinos, all our really important stuff now that we have the new base somewhat secure. See if I can craft a vault. I know I have, here it is, okay. So we'll get a vault crafted. We'll probably craft up like a fabricator and any other structures we need for materials, and then I'll probably just transfer everything off this Quetzal, but we might leave this Quetzal here just in case we want to raise some flyers over here or something that we can't breed over on Aberration. Okay, so here's what we have. A bunch of ammo, all of our blueprints, some weapons and stuff. And we'll probably just leave the rest of this here for now. we are making the long parachute over to this drop. This is also the hard part, is there's not like an easy way for me to transfer all this loot, so I'm just slowly doing it like piece by piece. Okay, luckily I got a bunch of materials, or gates the other day from that raid I did in the Dark Cave. So now we can just demo all these and get a bunch of metal. Alright, so we got 5 heavy turrets up, and then here is the next step in the plan. I don't have too many pyramanes right now, but we're gonna be breeding up a ton, and I want them just to be sitting in this entrance on aggressive. So if anybody tries to come in here, they'll just pounce on them. And because I have these good pyramanes, I do think that like they'll get pretty insane HP, probably like 100,000 or more. So I mean that should help a lot if people try to kill them. If I can get this this one in the large mode. But yeah, we're going to be using, I think, pyramanes, and we'll probably add plants, like plant turrets, and then the Tesla towers, as well as these turrets. So when we're all done here, it should be actually kind of hard to raid. Okay, so we've got all of our pyramanes out. I definitely need to breed more. We want this thing overflowing with pyramanes, which it's not that case yet. Okay, so here's how the base is coming together. I mean, it is going to be really cramped in here, but I am a solo. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. We're going to kind of have this floor as storage, and then the top floor is breeding. Alright, Tesla coil is up. I actually haven't used these that much. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put them on... where's the setting? Okay, you're supposed to put it on volatile. That is the one. I think it makes things vulnerable. Okay, we're getting the plants. The plant box is up, which is great. So the combo of like Plant X turrets, Tesla coil, pyramanes, and normal turrets should be pretty good. Just until we can get tech turrets. That is the goal. We're going to have to figure that out. So a little base here. Oh my gosh, dude, look at all this stuff in here. C4, fabricator, cannon. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, that's crazy. I feel like this is kind of a good explanation of the state of small tribes. It's actually been pretty easy for me to build up. It doesn't really seem to me like these servers are like super competitive. It's kind of like there's just a ton of huge tribes kind of holed up on their servers, but there's not a lot of people like scouting around for loot or doing raids or things like that. That's just kind of what I've picked up over the last little bit of playing these servers. But I mean, look how much free stuff I just got in like this random stone base. Dude, and there's even more. There's a cooker. That's actually super hard to make. Okay, so we're back over on Ragnarok. I need a dung beetle, and I literally could not find one on Aberration. So I was like, we'll just come back over here. I don't want to get killed by one of these, I don't even remember what this is called. The things that like dig in the ground right there. But yeah, we're going to tame up a dung beetle, and then I need Plant X seeds too. So we have an important mission here, and then we'll head back over to Aberration and set up the plants. And I think we're getting close to the base being ready to go. We won't have to work on it anymore. Alright, perfect. We'll just carry this guy. Gosh, dude, I feel like there's so many more death worms on Ragnarok than there used to be. They used to be super rare, and now every time I'm out here in the middle of the desert, one shows up and starts trying to eat me. So just chill there. Let me get this dung beetle uploaded. Alright, let's be fast here. Okay, perfect. Dude, it's funny. So these guys on the server, you can see in the chat, he's like, I'm telling you guys too, 1, 2, 3. He's like asking for tax. He's like, you guys gotta pay tax, 550 Ellie a week. But like, he has no idea where I live or anything like that. He's just using, there's like player trackers that are like software that says who joins the server, and he's just like telling people, oh, if you're on the server, you gotta pay tax. Kind of ridiculous, dude, just the state of small tribes. Dude, there's a metal, so there's a metal farming base in an interesting spot, and I haven't raided these like since last arc, but we might try. Like, if you look at this base, obviously it's just a metal farming spot, but you never know. Nothing here. Okay, we're just scouting my home server now, looking for leftover loot, but we're not finding much. Okay, there actually is. There's like structures all over the place here. Alright, so we transferred back over to a new Ragnarok server, not our old one, but just like a random one. I wanted to tame up some stegos, just because we need to start doing some raids. Like, I need loot, and I'm kind of sick of just playing the PvE life, and we got to start somewhere, so even if that's from tamed stegos, you know. So that is what we're up to over here. Okay, perfect. And I'm taming up an Arthropleur. Right next to where I'm taming the stegos, somebody left a transmitter box, and so I don't know. We're just gonna open that up and see if there's any leftover loot there for us. And I think this is empty, dude. I swear, everything I've been looting lately has been empty, which is crazy. This problem would be solved if I got the transmitter engram, but I mean, I haven't done the dragon boss on this character, so we are out of luck here. We did tame up 2 stegos though. This is the male, has pretty bad health, but I mean, it's kind of whatever. This is just gonna have to do until I can get some mutated stegos at some point. So I wanted to set up a linked storage box. Now I was going to set up right here, but dude, somebody's got like a metal farming base literally right here. Alright, so here it is. I'm tempted to just put it here anyway, but I feel like it'll just get raided instantly, so I'm sure these guys live on server because they have like a tech gen and a teleporter and everything. So I wanted to put it like it back away in this crack, but I don't know if that's the best idea. So we might have to just find a new spot. Okay, so I decided to put it just up here on top of the hill, kind of close by, but not exactly. So I really like this spot because it's close to one of the charge nodes, so I can use that as a transmitter. And no dino spawn up here. Like, no nameless, no nothing, so it makes life a lot easier than, like, putting this somewhere random. Might have to chop this tree down before I can finish building my box. Okay, perfect. And it's nice because I think we're finally getting to the place where we can start to compete with other players on here. Alright, perfect. Linked storage box is amazing. Basically like a little budget teleporter. So that is going to be great for us. We're going to be able to transfer on and off this server really easy now, just because this is right next to a charge node. Let's close this thing. This is going to be my linked bed. Okay, this is great. So I think we're like finally getting to the point we can stop trying to fly under the radar and we can start getting in some fights and things like that. Like I have some manas, I've seen to make some good flak, and then I think that we are like kind of set up to start fighting other players and cool stuff. Okay, so this is how this works if you didn't know. It's an amazing thing. I actually really like this add to the game. So we can just spawn back at our base. And our stuff is sitting here waiting for us. Perfect. That is going to be amazing for farming and transferring off and everything. We can pretty much never have to leave our base anymore. Let's throw this crystal in. I gotta grab my other stuff. I forgot. There's all my kit. Alright, boys, so here's where we ended up. Added a bunch more turrets. We are going to add... I made 2 more Tesla coils. So, yeah. I mean, this is pretty great for how fast I did this. This base is pretty difficult to raid. I mean, you're going to have to kill all these pyromanes and then either soak the turrets or something like that. The one thing I'm worried about is that people might be able to build into this base, which I don't really know how to fix that, honestly. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to try to address that issue later on, but for now, I mean, it's kind of like whatever. You can see my plants are growing as well. So we've done all we can here. Alrighty, boys. So we're gonna go do a little raid. I call it little, and I mean little. It's like nothing. I think I showed a little metal farming base earlier, and I noticed that it had ran out of gas, and so I was like, dude, there could be some stuff in here. That is the thing about metal farming bases, is they sometimes have really good stuff like tech suits or crabs or Ankies or like really good gear, because people just spawn over here to farm metal and then just leave it. So let's head over here. Okay, so there it is. You can see next to the transmitter. I obviously don't have enough C4 to blow all that up, but I do have an Arthropleura. Okay, here we go. So the goal is going to be, I would really like to do some of these bosses I don't have during this Small Tribes run and get all the the tech engrams like the transmitter and other stuff. Alright, yeah. So you probably think like the Arthropleura is my favorite dino. I feel like I use it like 24/7, but you know, that way I don't have to farm as much C4. Alright, come on, dude. Go over there. Start munching away. I really wish I could access transmitters. It's super annoying to not be able to. Okay, and let's get this thing to eat that turret next. Come on, buddy. Let's move it along. I feel like, dude, like whistling dinos on things has gotten worse every time I've played the game. Let's see. Okay, and basically nothing. A little bit of element. That is just about it. Pretty unlucky. have this turret get killed. Oh, dude, this is the wrong turret. I meant to whistle it on this one. There's one right here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, come eat this turret down. I think it probably has ammo in it still, because these guys basically just ran out of gas. It didn't get raided. So look how much metal is in here. I think there's 30,000, 29,000 metal, which is going to be huge. I'm going to have to figure out a way to transfer all this metal and get it back to base. Okay, where is this bag at? Alright, a little bit of ammo, 300. Okay, so we came back over here. I destroyed everything. And here is the metal bag. So, yeah, what I'm about to do is going to be terrible. I'm just going to have to, like, slowly transfer this metal and bring it all the way to a charge node to transfer it and upload it. But we're going to just do it anyway. Okay, so we got the metal back. I built like a little multi-forge thing under the floor here. Let's see, do I have some wood? And so, yeah, I think we're kind of chilling. I know most of what I've been working on the past like day has just been building up the base, but I mean, it has to be done to build the base right. We're gonna have somewhere safe that we can like breed dinos and store all of our loot, but I feel like we've done a pretty good job of that. We got a bunch of resources as well, which has been awesome. Okay, and then we're just breeding up like our Arthropluras and our Pyromanes, anything we can. And I think like the progress we've made is crazy. The base is really well defended, and then we just need to get a few other dinos now. And I have some good ideas how to do that. Like I want to get some mutated stegos and maybe some wyverns, but for now I think we're kind of chilling here. What is going on, my guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back over on Ark here on the official Small Tribe servers. So if you remember in the last few episodes, we're able to start out, get ourselves some luck, tame up some dinos, and then last time we moved into our base, which we're in now. It is pretty amazing. A little rat hole base over here on Aberration. We got it all together last time, and today we're going to be trying to do some raids, beef up our defenses, and just get a little bit more loot. So hope you guys are excited for a new episode, and let's get into this one. Alrighty, boys. So we're over here on Aberration, my home server. So I noticed somebody built a little metal box, so we just raided it real quick. I am on a mission to get as much ammo as we can today, just because I'm nervous that our base is going to get raided. So we're trying to stack up the ammo, and there is like a little metal farming base we just raided right there, and there's another one right here. Not this one, this one. I am a little hesitant to like raid bigger tribes on the server who have teleporters and tech and things like that, because I don't want to upset them and like have them look around for my base. But we'll have to keep that in mind. Maybe we'll come back and raid that later on. But I'm thinking we're going to head around this server and just see what there is, see if there's anything to raid, and then we'll probably go to a different Aberration server or maybe a Scorched Earth and try to scout around and see if we can find some raids. Alright, let's just see. Are we going to get lucky here with this transmitter? And I think it is empty. Dude, every transmitter I've destroyed like the last week has just been empty. I don't know why I keep destroying them, but I'm like hoping one of these days we're gonna find something good in them. So all of the charge terminals on our server are pretty much built on kind of like this, but they're all out of element here. So I'm tempted to just blow this up. I know I said earlier, like, I kind of want to avoid raiding structures from the Alpha Tribe, but, you know, I don't know. Like, this might be too good to give up. There's, like, what, 6 turrets on this thing. So we might just have to use a few C4 and get some easy ammo here. Oh gosh, dude. I'm gonna get blown up if this thing bites my C4. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. We're gonna take the ammo that we get and we're gonna head over to another aberration. I've pretty much scouted this whole aberration server, and there's not really any bases for me to raid. Like, there's some bases, but they're all way too big for me to raid. So I think we're kind of done here, and we will go to a new one and see what we can find. I just need these things to chill out so I can grab this ammo really quick. Come on. So I'm going to take the shards on these tech turrets. Even though I don't have tech turrets just yet, I'm planning on getting them in the next few days. Alrighty boys, so we came to a new server and I have found a base. I don't even know what it looks like yet, but you can see in the top left corner of my screen, there's like 100 structures I can see there that are in range of where I am. So we are gonna find whatever base this is up here. Okay, we finally made it up here. I had a hard time finding this. So you can see tiny little rat hole base. Actually, in like, it looks amazing. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Simple auto turret base that we won't have too hard of a time raiding. Let's check it out. So just one turret here. We come in. Okay, another turret here. Is this just it? There's 2 turrets. Okay, but these guys have fabricator, chem bench, forges, fridge. Dude, that is gonna be juicy. I kind of need I need a Cosmo though if I'm gonna raid this. I can't like jump in there very easily, so we're gonna need a either tame or go back to our server and get a Cosmo so we can raid this thing. But I feel like this is a pretty good candidate for a raid. Okay, we made it back. I got my Cosmo. It should be like really easy. I crafted up some of the Ascendant Flak blueprints that I had, so our flak's really good. It shouldn't be a problem for just like these 2 normals. Alright, let me up here. Let me up here. Okay, these are pin coded. Okay, I'm getting shot too much. Come on. Yeah, dude, our legs are half already. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh. Alright, generator and... Oh, dude. Okay, let's go. That was super easy. Out in the open generator, and we already took all the man's cryos. Oh, dude, I just noticed he was here 10 minutes ago. You can see on the timer on these beds, he was just barely here. That's kind of unlucky, honestly. Okay, let's look around in the link storage box. A couple of tools. Let's see. Some C4, riot shield. Oh, dude, link storage box is actually pretty good. Those are kind of expensive to make. It's hard for me to see here with this like beer debuff. Let's look over here. Nothing much in here. In the smithy, we got... Oh, wait. Dude, he's got a full set of good flak. That's super big. I'll put that on right now. Charcoal, spark. Yeah, so I mean, this base isn't like insanely stacked, but I mean, it looks like this guy's just kind of starting out. But we did get a good amount of dinos and some other gear. We haven't even finished either. What was in the fridge? Let's see, just a few soups. But yeah, we got some pyromanes. A couple cosmos. Let's see. 217 BF. I bet that's for blank female. 150 blank male. Okay, so these are actually pretty decent. They are tamed dinos, but I think that they're actually good ones. So I will take that all day. Okay, dude, a bunch of stuff in the fab, too. We could actually probably craft some turrets up in there. If I can find some polymer. But yeah, dude, this base, kind of a stacked little base. This spot is pretty cool, actually. I'm tempted to try and build here at some point in like an Arcpoc wipe or something like that. It's a cool spot. Okay, 200 bullets in that one and 200 in that one. Yeah, not much, but is what it is. Okay, so I think we've... Sorry, I blew up your whole base, dude. Didn't mean to, but I think we pretty much have everything good. But that was kind of a stacked little base, honestly. Some guy is swinging around on his little spider here. I see him jumping around. Does he have a base up here? This guy right here. Does he have a base up there, maybe? Okay, we'll keep that in mind. I think we might have to go look up there. He could have a base. Let's go check this little roof spot over here. See if we can find anything. Okay, there's definitely a base here with tech turrets and everything. This could be just someone's breeding area or something. No shortage of bases on this server. I don't know if we can really raid that yet. We don't even have like good stegos or anything, so tech turrets are kind of out of the question. Okay, look at this base. So that's where that guy was swinging up before. Doesn't look like he has tech turrets up there, but we'll have to keep that spot in mind. This server is just stacked with bases. I've been away too long. All the aberration bases are up. I'm just scouting the roof here. You never know, dude. There are people building these structures all the time. Oh my hell, dude, I almost just died. I thought I was dead for a second. I jumped into someone's teleporter, like the very middle of this stacked teleporter. Holy, dude. I would have lost this fat kit and all the loot I just got from that raid, too. Literally fell into someone's huge teleporter, did half my mana health in like 1 or 2 seconds. That was crazy. I was really close to dying there. Might want to heal this up a little bit. Dude, this guy's in chat talking. He said, "Who raided me?" There's like a bunch of structures here. I don't know where they are, though. Oh, here's something. What is this? Storage box. I hear it inside of there. Oh my gosh, dude, this is the same guy I just raided in that little rat hole base. He's in there right now. He has like a little storage box. Do I raid him here? I mean, we might as well. He could have stuff in that, like cryo fridge and storage box. I feel a little bit bad, but let's just do it. Come here, boy. Don't give me a swamp fever here, please. Okay. Alright, I mean, he has some cementing paste on him. I guess we'll take that. Level 85. How's he have all these linked storage boxes if he's only level 85? Those, you have to be like 100 to craft those. Nothing in here. Okay, well, I'm sorry, dude. I blew up your little storage box as well as your whole base. Oh my gosh, look at this. He says, bro, who's raiding me? Why, bro? Please. I was about to finally get an indie forge. I was so close. Bro, stop, please. Alright, I feel a little bit bad because I did probably just make that guy quit the game. But, I don't know, dude. I never know what people have. I'm trying to get loot out here. We're poor too. Oh gosh, dude. Is that turret battery powered? Battery powered. I knew it. Okay, I was gonna say, there's like a little metal farming base right there we might have to go for. It didn't even work. I'm gonna have to put another C4 on there. So I wanted to blow up this metal farming base. I'm telling you guys, I know I haven't hit the jackpot yet, but metal farming bases, they sometimes, just sometimes, they have a bunch of good gear in them and dinos, things like that. And so I'm just waiting for the day we get lucky. So we're gonna munch down the space with an Arthropleura. Dude, there's like a Reaper. I can hear a Reaper on the other side of the this wall here. It's like wild, but still, I'm nervous it's gonna come kill me. I can hear it moving around. My Arthur's having issues. Okay, there we go. Easy 400 ammo from that top turret. This one is pin-coated. We can't really get to that one. Okay, and did we finally... Okay, come on. Did we finally get some juicy loot out of a transmitter? Dude, every single transmitter I have destroyed has been empty. We just need to get the dragon boss already so I can just look inside them versus destroying all of them. It takes so long. Alrighty, boys, so we came over to Extinction. So the goal for today is to get some element. I would like to find somewhere that I can just get like a few hundred element and then craft it into dust. That way we could bring it back to Aberration and just have like element ready to go. And I would like to get tech turrets eventually. So if we can start stacking up some element, that will get us in a spot where we can be able to craft tech turrets sometime in the future, hopefully soon. Oh my gosh, dude, there's a replicator. Okay, okay, boys. We could actually be in business now. So I found a different replicator on the server and I was like, oh, I could just use that, but there's one here as well. So that would save me a ton of time. I wouldn't have to like craft my own replicator. We could just use one that's already here. Plus we're over on Extinction, so element's really easy to get. Dude, we could honestly, if I like grind it out, we could get tech turrets like really soon. There's nothing in here, is there? 7 slots. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay, but still, dude. That's a huge find. Okay, so it is the next day. I couldn't do the full turrets last night. because I was busy. I had to go to work, but we're back today, and I'm hoping we can get tech turrets today. So I was able to find a little bit of element just like in a random generator, and I hid it over here in a box, so I'm hoping it's still there. But yeah, we need to find probably like 100 element somehow, and that will be enough to craft like a tech generator, maybe like 10 tech turrets, maybe like a tech rifle, and we'll kind of be chilling if we can do that. So today we just need to find more element. I need to find my box first though, dude. It didn't get destroyed. It's like around here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we have 39 element. We only need like 60 more, and then that should be basically enough for everything we want to craft. It would be nice to have even more, but we can't be too greedy here. Alright, this teleporter is on. These guys haven't been here for like, I don't know, a whole week. And so my hopes aren't too high for this, but I'll take any element I can get. Oh my gosh, dude, 70. Okay, so we got 70 element. That's like, we have, whatever, 130 total. That is insane. Plenty of element for everything we need. That's what I'm talking about, dude. So if you're like go over extinction, you can pretty much always find element really easy. Just look around for like small teleporters or transmitters or terminals and just look inside of them. Oh, dude, someone destroyed the replicator I was going to use. It was over here on like the edge of the map. That sucks. So this replicator was really hidden, and I wanted to use that, but I'm hoping that the other one that's like over in the desert biome I saw yesterday is still up. But I mean, there's a good chance somebody destroyed it if they found it. Okay, it's still here. Perfect, okay. So we have all the element we need. Our replicator is still up. We're kind of chilling here, dude. If we can just do this in peace, we will be big chilling. Here, wait, what was timer? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna hide like our wyvern and our element. We're gonna head back over to the aberration server, grab all the materials we need for tech turrets and a generator. And hopefully we can get that crafted tonight, dude. That would be super nice. Okay, boys, so I got all of the materials together. It was a huge hassle getting it over here, but I think that we're safe. You can see everything I have in upload, and then I have a bunch more on my player. So this should be enough for a generator, like 10 tech turrets, and maybe some dedicated storages. Need to upload this saddle really quick and this mana. I don't want to be spawning in with those on. Hopefully nobody's waiting for me. Alright, let's get this heavy turret up immediately. Give us a little bit of safety here. And then we'll set this cryo fridge down. We need to throw out the RG. Nobody killed our wyvern. That is good news. Now I just got to sit here and wait. Let's take this and hope that nobody is interested in this replicator over the next like 15 minutes as I'm using it. Let's grab my wyvern and our element. Alright, so I moved the heavy turret over to the terminal. That way we can download everything in peace. So here is all of our stuff. If it load, this is probably going to take a minute to download this all, and I think we need all of it. Okay, we are very slow, but we are determined. This is like such a scuffed way to do this, and it's like I'm really risky. If anybody sees me like on the server who has like a mana or a wyvern, they can just kill me so easy. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's do generator. And then tech turrets. So 8, that's actually probably good enough, 8 of them. Do some dedicated storages with the leftovers. Perfect. Okay, dude, that's actually huge. 8 is probably plenty of tech turrets to defend our like little rat hole. Getting shards is probably going to be harder than getting tech turrets. I'm going to have to farm up a bunch of element or something. Okay, yeah, we actually probably want a tech rifle over more of these dedicated storages, so we just need polymer. I actually think I have polymer in my wyvern I left down there. Killed a couple of wild dinos earlier. Let's see. And okay, we do have polymer. That should be enough for our tech rifle, which is probably the last thing we need. I don't really need like any tech suit pieces or anything like that. I don't even think I have like tech chest engram or anything like that. So. Right, the rifle, let's craft one of those, and then with the extras we'll do as many dedicated storages as we can, which is just one. Okay, dude. Now we just gotta get off in peace. Come on. So, rifle and dedi. We'll take the extra element. Alrighty, boys, we are back at our base. We've made it with all of our new tech. Pretty stoked about this. So the biggest thing is obviously the tech turrets. Really is going to help us out with defending our base. Just the normal heavy turrets really don't cut it on these servers when people have stegos that are like at 200,000 health and things like that. So a few tech turrets goes a long way. Need to drop some stuff. I'm still super heavy. Put this away, and then we'll go set everything up. Alright, boys, so tech generator is placed. I honestly couldn't really find a better spot than this. This rat hole is really wonky, so I can't like place it on the ground, unfortunately, but this is probably the best spot that I have. It's back towards back from the front of the base a little bit, and so it's gonna have to work. And alright, first tech turret is up and running. Let's throw a few of these around. Okay, we got some shards in them. We don't have that many shards. I've just like found a few around the map. But yeah, we might have to start raiding for some element on our home server. Okay, so I didn't want to like make too much of a fuss on my home server and like piss off the Alpha tribe by blowing up their little terminal things, but you know, they're all out of element and this is just free ammo sitting here. So I'm gonna have to do it, dude. It could be anybody too. It doesn't mean that I live here. It could just be somebody like briefing them or anything. So this will give us a good amount of ammo. Alrighty, boys. So now that we have a little bit of tech, I wanted to start raiding some of the little metal farming bases on our server. We do have a tech rifle now, and so that will make getting into these transmitters a lot easier. Still don't have the transmitter engram, but you know, it's not going to stop us. So we're just going to mow this down really quick. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, lots of flak, element, grapples, some weapons. Okay, dude, this is what I've been looking for. So I've been watching this series. I've destroyed a ton of transmitters, and almost all of them have been empty, but we finally found one with some gear. Lots of element, lots of armor. That's great. Okay, awesome. So a lot of people will just come over here to Aberration to farm metal, and then they will just leave all their stuff in their transmitter as they transfer their metal back. So that's why you can find some pretty good stuff in these little metal farming bases a lot of times. Which is great, dude. This gives us a bunch more gear. Let's keep looking around here. Here's my little crab. I found this. He was wandering around by the river. We don't really have a good spot for him, so I just kind of left him here. And I'm hoping nobody finds him. But these guys have like a little metal farming base here, as you can see. But it ran out of element finally. So we are taking this down. Today, because we got those tech turrets last time, I really just wanted to get as much element as possible and try to defend our base as much as we can here. We are farming some element the old-fashioned way. I know most people probably just use like extinction for element, but we have not forgotten the old methods. I kind of wish they would buff aberration element. I mean, it's kind of like whatever at this point because people don't really use it, but it would be nice to get more than 3 element for farming over here because I feel like it's kind of hard compared to the other maps. Let's get our element out of here. Okay, boys, so here is where our base is at. Got a bunch of new tech turrets going. I'll show you everything here. So here is the entrance. Small little rat hole type of thing goes out there. And then if you come back up, we raised a bunch of new pyromanes, all on aggressive. Hopefully that'll make it pretty hard to get in there. And then we have the Tesla coils, the normal turrets, the tech turrets, the plants. We've pretty much done all we can to defend this little spot. There's not even that much room for more turrets, honestly. But, I mean, no one's really attacked us yet, but I'm hoping that if they do, this spot can hold its own. Alright, so we're back here on our Sky Quetzal. It is still alive. I spawned in over here on Ragnarok with the mission to go scout the server. I haven't been here in a few days, so we're going to go look around and see if there is anything new. And I'm surprised that this Quetzal is still alive. You know, I'm sure that like not too many people are scouting the skies for Sky Quetzals, but it's been up here for over 2 weeks now. Okay, so we're destroying a bunch of these, like, cryo fridges, dude. I swear, this is so obnoxious. If you go to most small tribe servers, this is how it's gonna look. People have just spammed the cryo fridges around the drop locations, which makes it a lot harder for you to travel on and off the server. So I'm gonna be clearing a few of these up today, helping out, freeing the server from their masters here. And we even tamed up another Arthropleura. That way we can do double duty and clear some of these a lot faster. I am planning to scout this server for raids, though. I haven't looked over this in a while, and I feel like Ragnarok is actually a map that people like to start out on, just because it's kind of an easy map for that. Alright, there we go. So we've destroyed quite a few of these. I'm kind of sick of this. It's not like I'm going to do the whole map, but I mean, at least we did a few. Bro, what is this? Oh my gosh, dude, that is massive. They're offline. Some huge breeding base. That looks like an ocean platform, but I know that it's not, because that's not even released yet. It comes out with Genesis. What is this? There's just a bunch of rafts? Yeah, it's a bunch of rafts. Dude, people dream, and I do too, dream about finding stuff like this. Here, let me, I need to turn off turret mode on this parasaur. It's gonna drown. Alright, boys, let's go check this out, dude. Oh my. So it looks like these guys have a bunch of griffins and pyromanes. They are like breeding up out here. Doesn't look like they're on aggressive. Wow. This guy doesn't have too much. I'll take his Ascendant crossbow. And his water, but yeah. Honestly, don't really care that much about anything else he has. Dude, if we could get like a griffin, I know these probably are like tamed, but if we could get like some griffin eggs, I'd be pretty stoked about that. So many pyromanes, but yeah, it looks like all this guy's dinos are tamed. I'm wondering if I should even like do anything about this. Because I'm betting there's not even any loot here. Like, this is just a breeding base. It's, like, pretty obviously. That's what I'm looking at. But, yeah. I'm, like, questioning. Maybe I should just leave. Oh, come on, come on. I'm stuck. I'm dead, dude. I'm dead. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That was so dumb. I like kind of knew that was gonna happen. That's why I didn't bite anything. But I was like, oh, as I fly away, I'll bite something. And that way, if they're unaggressive, I'll still be able to get away. But I just got like instantly stuck in that huge cluster of dinos. Oh my gosh, dude, that sucks. Took me forever to raise that wyvern too. Oh my gosh. I knew that I should have just left. Okay, well, I guess now that we've already lost a wyvern to these guys, we're gonna have to get some revenge here. Not that they did anything, but I'm pissed that I lost that wyvern, so I'm gonna kill the guys on this raft, and then we'll, probably go grab like a Karcha from our aberration base and come and meat run this whole thing and see if there's anything here for us. Gosh, that kind of pisses me off, dude. I only have 2 wyverns, and that's what the better one just died for like no reason either. I feel like these guys are just starting out too. I don't know. Should I be nice and just let them be? I'm not sure what to do here. Okay, I am definitely going to drown. That platform was out in the middle of the ocean, and I didn't have any other way to get, like, back. And so I just started swimming, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna die. That's okay, though. I mean, we'll go back over to Aberration and get some stuff. Alright, so we're ready to transfer back to that Ragnarok server. We got a couple minutes on timer here before we're allowed to go. we got 4 minutes. You know what I'm gonna do is I need to farm up a raft. So I got a Karcha. We're just gonna throw out our Karcha, throw him on a raft, and then sail him out to that little breeding base. A little more here. Okay, raft acquired. Alright, so we had a couple minutes. I just wanted to... There's like a tech turret that was on one of these metal bases that I haven't destroyed yet because it's on the roof. We got a few minutes, so I thought I might as well destroy it if I can. I am trying to get like as many shards as possible, and it's pretty hard to get element, honestly. I don't really want to go over to extinction and farm a vein or anything, so we are left to struggle here. Yeah, it's too high. Okay. Slap this foundation down and we'll be able to build up a ramp and destroy that tech turret. Alright, dude. I'm almost dead to thirst here, but, you know. It's almost time to go. How many... About 500 shards, that's not bad. Okay, over back on Ragnarok. Let me toss down my cryo fridge. Let's see, I need to throw the raft down. And we'll be on our way. I'm hoping that maybe there's some cryo dinos or something in that breeding base. I mean, hopefully there will be. Hopefully it's not just the dinos. It'd be kind of a waste of time if it is just like a little meat run and we don't actually get any loot out of it. Alright, our big boy Karcha is out. Let's sail it out there, boys. Let's make sure this thing is disable resource harvesting, and we'll be chilling. Should make light work of this. Like, these are all tamed. They don't have too much health. Don't want that guy to die. Well, that was pretty fast. You know, that wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be. Okay, now that I'm in the water, I think I can only kill so many before I run out of stamina here. Nothing really yet. I mean, I haven't looked at the bags for all of those ones, but I'm not seeing anything too great here. Can't hit these through the ground, so I gotta come at it like from an angle. Alright, so here's what we got. We did get Griffin and RG eggs, which is pretty good. But as far as gear goes, there's really not much. It doesn't seem like this was like a very established tribe or anything like that, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so we came over here to Aberration, and I found what I've been looking for. You might be wondering why do you care about finding like an abandoned stego, and this is actually huge for us. This is going to be the play that will let us move up. We're going to be able to get a stego line from this, which is nice. Letting these Ravagers do the work. There we go. So I'm hoping this stego has a saddle, but even if it doesn't, we'll at least get a stego line, which is super nice. And it does have a saddle. Cap saddle, perfect. So yeah, we're going to use this essence to go resurrect this stego, and we'll finally have a good stego line. Okay, so we spawned over here to the Scorched Earth server, and wouldn't you know it, there is another stego and a Therizino right here. So we're going to take these out and get their essence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in this new game, dinos that are killed drop an essence. It's basically like a ghost or like a spirit type of thing. And you can resurrect them in a certain dino over here on Scorched Earth. Which this is the way, if you want to get top lines on small tribes or other official servers, this is a super easy way to do that. Okay, my mana is almost dead here. But here is our Oasisaur. Gotta be careful not to hit this thing. So you can see we got the Therizino essence as well as the stego. We're not going to do the Therizino today. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But I really want, I really need a good stego. I found an aberration base that is ripe for raiding, but I can only do it if I have like a good soaker. So that is why we need that. Where is the inventory here? Okay, there we go. Started our reincarnation process. Okay, this vulture is glitched. Come on. These things are super tanky. They're all level 150, probably because this stego level is so high. Come on, dude. That one on the bottom there is like glitched out. Alright, perfect. You can see our FFA reborn stego here. Very, very nice. I think that's max, that's got to be like max HP on this stego. It's like almost level 450. I'm sure these guys have already mutated them to max. So that is super nice. All we got to do now is go raise this at our base, and then we'll have an OP soaker and finally be able to start doing bigger raids. Okay, we're back at our base. Need some berries here. And here is our stego. Alright, so here it is, 41k HP, basically 42. That is super insane. That'll probably get to like 190 K if I get like imprint and then fully level it. So that is going to be absolutely crazy. You can see how many mutations that the stego has here. Very, very nice. Okay, so I'm over on our aberration server, and I need to find a spot to put up like a breeding base. We don't have any room in our little rat hole. It's just too small. But I have like a good idea for a breeding base spot. It's up in the roof. There's like a little cave area that we're gonna go check out. Okay, and here it is. This spot is like really underrated. If you come up to the aberration roof in like all these metal structures, there's all sorts of like little rat holes and caves that you can build in. This one's a little tricky to get in. You actually have to like put a foundation there. And then you can just pick it up and then you're in. But yeah, I've been in this spot a few times, like on Arkpok, not built in it, but like I've raided bases in it. And it should be pretty good for like a little breeding base. Doesn't need to last too long, just enough for me to get some dinos up. Okay, and let's throw our linked storage box. I love these things, basically like a little budget teleporter. Gonna allow us to have like a breeding base, a metal farming base, and everything we need here. Alrighty boys, it is the next day. My stego is fully raised and we are prepped for a raid. Finally, we're doing a big juicy tech raid. I scouted this the other day and now that I have a good stego, we are able to do it. We're over on Aberration and we're going to be raiding a familiar spot up in the roof. This base looks pretty juicy. It has tech, it has a tech generator, replicator, tech turrets, all that. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to finally be getting into like tech raids and stuff. I'm hoping we can do it. I'm not like as good at raiding in this game as I was in the last one, just because things are different. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked for this. I have a cryo fridge stashed over here that we're gonna use. Let us head out. Alright, so here is the spot. If you're a long-time watcher, you probably know I built in this spot exactly on the old game, Ark Survival Evolved, on the Small Tribe servers. I think I had a base here for like 6 months. Pretty cool spot, actually. You can check it out here. They've got a replicator running, some tech turrets. Not like a super well-defended base, but exactly the thing I'm looking for. Like, oh gosh. Size-wise. Okay. There is our element. Toss this guy out. Here's our beautiful stego that we resurrected the other day. I think maybe their mana is going to be in the way here. So when I was like thinking about, oh, how can I get better dinos? I didn't even think about like resurrecting them like I did with this stego, but that's probably the easiest way to get like top lines. If you scout around small tribes a little bit, I guarantee you'll find dinos like this just hanging around somebody forgot about. So that's probably the best way to get like top lines. Alright, let's be careful about this. There are tech turrets, so I don't want to get beamed off of this. Soak this guy first. Okay, so we need like a little bit of a ramp. There's too much space between us and the base, and with the way cryo fridges work now, I can't just throw it up there. So I'm trying to... Oh, no way, this is too high above ground. Okay, I'm hoping that I can just make this by, like, jumping. These tech turrets are empty, or they're just on low. I don't know what's going on, but let's get this generator down, I guess. Come on, come on. Alright, all down. Wow, that was so much easier than I thought. I was like really nervous I was going to get beamed by all those tech turrets. They're empty though. Only like 1 or 2 turrets was filled. That's so weird. Okay, yeah. It looks like it's kind of like a small little... I don't know what they're doing on here. Maybe this is a metal base for them. 27 element? Here's some guy. see in here. Just oh, we got a mega lab. In here we got cryo fridge, some batteries. Nothing in here. Pin coded, pin coded. In the replicator we got. Oh, dude, a bunch of dust. These guys have shards in the replicator. Why wouldn't they just put these in the tech turrets? It's so weird. Alright, so let's, I need to get an Arthropleura out, and then we'll munch down these vaults in the cryo fridge and everything. Got a capped sword. And yeah, we'll see what these guys have. I mean, I don't expect them to have too much, but we'll have to see here. Okay, cryo fridge, 20 more element. Nothing really in the transmitter. Okay, I'm trying to get close enough to my cryo fridge where I can throw out my Arthropleura. Alright, perfect. There we go. So no dinos in the cryo fridge, unfortunately. They do have another one down here. I'm tempted to just break this. It's empty too. Okay, dude, come on. Don't make me have raided this base for nothing, I swear. Come on. Oh, here we go, dude. Oh my gosh, yes. So we got a full tech suit, maybe even two. We got teleporter. Let's go, dude. I don't even have the tech chest, though, the engram for that. But there's like 2 tech suits in here, a bunch of flak, teleporter, storage box, bunch of new flak, some dust, sword, Fabby. Another one of these mega labs. Okay, that's actually pretty juicy, dude. If this is all I get, I won't complain, dude. The tech suit is massive. I wanted to make those when we were making tech, but they're just too expensive, so that's really nice we're able to get one for free here. Okay, so here's what we got. A bunch of dust. Like 40 slots, 2 tech suits, like 4 or 5 sets of flak, some weapons. Really, really good haul, and I haven't even got to everything yet. I'm just going to transfer this stuff back to my home server. What I'm actually going to do is bring back some resources so we can craft up a couple things in the replicator before we destroy it. That way, I mean, you honestly don't even need to make a replicator if you're kind of playing like solo, like I am. You could just, if you raid big enough bases, they're going to have replicators, and that way you don't need to have one. Especially me, I mean, I can't fit one in my base. But yeah, I still don't have the tech chest engram. I haven't defeated the dragon yet, unfortunately. So we're walking. Alright, so there's 40 slots of dust. That is really great. Let's take this out of here and clear this. Alright, amazing. 40 slots of dust. Here is all of the juicy gear that we just got. The capped Fabby is also really great. Alright, so I spawned back into this aberration server with some resources. I want to fix my tech rifle, and I want to make another one. And what we really need is a tech trough for our base. Okay, so we have a bunch of resources in here. The only thing we're missing is black pearls, but fortunately we are on aberration, and I have the method for getting black pearls pretty easily. So we are gonna go take our kit and grab those. Alright, so here's the method if you didn't know. Go get yourself in like the water with all the sketchy dinos. There's all sorts of eels. So get yourself a lamprey and then you're immune to the radiation. You can jump down here and get black pearls. Okay, there we go. Now we have 2 tech rifles. That is amazing. And then the trough is what we really need. And then perfect. Oh, I need to make a shovel actually. Check for hidden loot here, and then we have a little bit extra resources. We'll probably just make these deadies here. But yeah, dude, that was a really nice raid. Bunch of good stuff from that. We're even able to make another tech rifle and fix up our old one. So we are kind of chilling over here. Alrighty, boys. So we are back over on Ark. Chilling in our breeding base here. We're raising up a few stegos, a few pyromanes. Nice to be able to finally get the top lines of these dinos. We're going to go out scouting today. Always on the hunt for loot and raids, so I'm pretty excited for that. We'll have to get into that in a second here. Alright, this is kind of weird. So we're on my home server. I was just looking around, and there's like it looks like a little starter base somebody set up by this charge node here. Let's take a look here. There's stuff in here. Okay. So this is kind of weird because it's like people don't really build up small bases like this on Aberration very often. Usually if they're starting up, they'll go to like Ragnarok or the island or something, but this guy has a lot of stuff here that I actually want. I'll take all of his good stuff. Maybe you should have added some turrets if you didn't want anyone. Oh my gosh, dude, this guy's got a Rhino. How does he have that? He might have won that from like the gambling Club Arc thing. I don't know. So yeah, this guy's pretty stacked. Obviously, this is like free loot, dude. I'm gonna take all this. We're gonna transfer this back to our base, and we'll have some extra resources there now. Let's see what timer is. Nothing in the cryo fridge, unfortunately. There's a lot of other stuff, though. Okay, so here's all the resources we got. And this just kind of shows you, like, you can get so much loot on small tribes if you're just willing to scout a lot. That's really the bottleneck for being successful on small tribes. If you can have the tolerance to scout a lot, you're going to have a lot of nice loot. Okay, so we came over to an Aberration server. I wanted to look around for bases, and this looks like a huge base. It's obviously rated, but I always feel like you can find some decent loot in rated bases that are this size. Usually the tribes that whoever rated this is already super rich, so they won't really take all the stuff usually. They'll leave you some scraps behind. So these guys have been gone a few days, but man, dude, this base is absolutely massive. I didn't realize that you could fit so much into these like metal structures here. There's a lot of dinos left. I can hear them in here. Just hoping we can get some kind of useful scraps out of here, some ammo or some flak or some sort of gear. Still some bolts left over. So there's still pin-coded vaults. I'm not sure if like they're empty, but I don't want to use too much C4, but we're gonna open a few of these at least. Yeah, I think these are all empty, unfortunately. I was hoping we could sneak some gear, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. We'll probably just head out of here. Gosh, dude. So this skin I have on, I found it, and it's kind of obnoxious. Look how huge it is. You can like hardly see. Like if you're in third person, it takes up like half the screen. Alright, anything in here? No? Okay. I don't know what is going on here. We're at this blue crack spot. There are just bases left and right on this server. Pretty crazy. Like I'm finding so many bases. A lot of them are rated. I think this one might be rated too. Somebody left their Zeppelin right out front. Oh, there's some forges here. A lot of these Tesla coils. Okay, so it looks like these guys have been gone a few days. 2.5 days. And then here, it's only like 12 hours here. Okay, let's look around, dude. Bunch of turrets. I swear, I'm the king of scavenging for leftover loot. I'm always looking around trying to see if there's any goodies left. Wow, okay, so there's a bunch of materials in these deadies here. Oh, dude, even these electronics, 500 electronics. I mean, that's pretty good on its own. Bunch of metal, other stuff. Let's see. Oh, there's guys in these tech pods still. Homies kissing. Let's see if they have anything, dude. It's kind of hard to access. There we go. And no. This is weird. Their replicator's still up. The beds are still up. I don't know if this got raided or it just like ran out of gas or something. Okay, so I found some elements, so we are just gonna use, I mean, we're gonna craft everything we can. I'll take some easy electronics. If I can find some more metal, maybe we'll even make some turret ammo. I'm tempted to make some more tech rifles too. If I could find some more element, maybe we would use this replicator a little bit more. Oh, this is zoomed in way too much. So there's some megalos back here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill these and take their essence. We can resurrect those megalos, dude. If I can get a nice megalo line. Oh, there's a tech turret up here. That would be super nice. Okay, so all of these turrets have ammo. It's crazy. They have a lot of ammo too. So obviously something weird happened with this base. I don't know what it was. Maybe it just ran out of element and became unpowered. I don't really know what happened, but all these turrets, look at how much ammo they have here. Look at that, dude. 2,500 ammo. That's crazy. And then probably the same in this one. 2,400 in that one. Okay, so almost 20,000 ammo I just got from these turrets. We're gonna transfer back, oh gosh. With this ammo, this is huge for us. I think I'm gonna be able to cap out like all of my turrets with this ammo. Okay, I gotta get to the transmitter here with my stuff, but there's a ton of ammo here. There's a lot of other stuff I just left. I can't take it with me, but this is gonna be huge on defenses for our base. I think almost every turret we have is about to be capped out on ammo, which is pretty nice. Okay, come on. I'm glitching all around. And, alright. You know, we could actually craft element here, too. There's, like, a lot of resources for that. Okay, I'm slowly killing these Megalosauruses. These things are insane. They must have, like, over 100,000 HP. Probably good saddles. It's taken me forever to kill them. I'm just using flame arrows. But we'll get there eventually. Okay, boys. So we're back at our home base. Get this right. Okay, we're filling up some of these turrets now. You can see how much ammo I have. I haven't even used, like, that much of it. So let's cap out this. We'll start on this one. So yeah, before this, what did we have? Like maybe 2,000 maximum ammo per turret, and now almost every single one is going to be filled all the way. That's what I like to see. Alright, so we came over to Scorched Earth. So earlier I got Megalosaurus Essence, and I really want to get these super OP Megalos, so we're going to resurrect one really quick. This method is probably the best way to get like OP bred tames on small traps. It's really easy. I promise you, if you search around, you're going to find like mutated tames really easy, and then you can just resurrect them. Luckily I found this Fabby in that raid I did the other day, which makes life a lot easier. You can actually get rid of these vultures, and then I do switch to a compound bow just because it does way more damage, but yeah, even for like max level dinos like I'm resurrecting right now, I don't know what level I was, like 400. It's really not that hard to do the mini game here to resurrect it. Alright, all done. We've got him back, level 375, so 30,000 HP. Insane melee. So, dude, I'm tempted to breed up a bunch of these Megalosauruses and then have these defend our rat hole for us instead of the Pyromanes. They might actually even be better because they're a lot harder to kill. And you can get some nice saddles on them and everything like that. I don't know if I'm going to do this other one. Somebody set up a couple teleporters here. I just wanted to look around before we head off. Come on, I'm getting stuck in this thing. Oh gosh, dude, I didn't even realize there's turrets there. Where is that? Dude, whoever's on this map has absolutely locked down the whole thing. Every single drop is blocked off by cryo fridges. Probably is gonna take me a minute to find one and be able to get off of here. The drops are nice, dude. I'm getting good gear over here. Ah. See what's in here. Gosh, dude, stop. One of the main reasons, oh, dude, this is what I'm talking about. So I got, what did I get, 3 or 4? Okay, so if you're wanting to get off a map, this is a little trick. You guys probably know this already, but if people have done what they're doing on this map and they've blocked off all the drops, you just build up a little ramp at a thatch, and it makes it somewhat simple to get off. Some people put like foundations next to these, which make it so it doesn't work, but if they haven't, you can just do this. It's pretty simple. And yeah, we are a lot richer now, dude. I got the Megalosaurus acquired, and then we got a bunch of metal structures that are actually pretty good. I found 24 element too. I'm not gonna be able to take that, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's head off of here. Okay, so I'm gonna start raiding some of the little metal bases that are on my server. I really need element. I'm trying my best to fill up my tech turrets entirely, and I don't really want to go far beyond extinction. So yeah, we're just gonna be raiding the small little bases. That was weird. Okay. And hoping we can find something juicy here. This stupid cryo fridge deployment thing. But yeah, dude, I got these OP stegos now. Then like raiding anything is so easy with these. These guys got a little metal farming base, the crabs, some Ankies, only like a few heavy turrets protecting it. I want the ammo if I can get it, but I'm not sure I can. Oh my gosh, I can't even walk up here. Thought I could. Alright, we might just have to like soak this out. I don't want to die here. I know these guys are friends with the Alpha tribe, so I don't want to let them know that I'm raiding their base here. So these other turrets, they're full of ammo, but they're not shooting me. I don't know why. Trying to get to the generator inside of there. How much health does this have? It's almost down. I'll just try to shoot it down. That way we won't have to soak any more ammo and we can get some bullets. Alright, we got the generator. I think these are all unpowered, right? Yeah. Some free cakes, I'll take that. What is this? I don't know, dude. I don't know half the stuff in this game anymore. I wonder if the cryo fridge has anything. If it did have some like Ankies or a crab in it, that'd definitely be worth. Right, relax, buddy. We're not killing those things. I mean, a little bit of element, basically nothing though. I don't know. So we got some ammo and a little bit of element from that, which is, I was hoping for some more. Is what it is though. Let's demo this. Cover our tracks here. A little bit of stuff. So there's a few more bases we're gonna hit though. Alright, so we raided this base like a few days ago, and they've already rebuilt it. And I'm going to raid it again, because, I mean, they had a ton of gear last time, and I'm hoping we can do the same thing. They do have turrets they rebuilt, but it should be fairly simple to raid. A couple of heavy turrets, I think, is it. Let's drink a beer and we'll be on our way here. Yeesh, my game lagged out. Oh my gosh. Did that blow up on this bulldog? My raid is getting sabotaged by this little bulldog. Well, yeah, I'm not sure why you left the generator out in the open like that. I didn't realize that till later on. So I do have a few cryo fridges. Let's see. I don't want to kill anything because I don't want them to know who it is that's raiding them. So we're gonna just let this bulldog calm down. But I'm hoping we find some good stuff in here. So nothing in that one. This one is pin coded. This one's pin coded as well. Oh, that's probably not close enough. Oh, dude, a rock drake 280. So that looks like a mutated rock drake. Dude, that could be pretty nice, actually. A little bit more ammo. Dang, dude, okay. That's actually decent. There wasn't too much in this base. Last time there was way more, but I mean, they probably learned their lesson and didn't leave as much in here. But still, dude, I'll take a dino line anytime I can get it. Just checking for treasure chests, and yeah, they don't have any. Let's just see, is there anything else down here? This is empty, probably, yeah. Just see, I don't see anything else. I think we basically took everything of value. And alright, here's our rock drake. Really good saddle, 30,000 health, decent stats. So it is mutated, so you can see there, but I don't even think it's that. It's like pretty good. It's not that great though. Alrighty, boys. So I wanted to show off the base, and I have some disappointing news. So I've known this is coming up for a while, but I've just been like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So unfortunately, I have to leave. Go out of town for 5 days. So that's a really long time. Just busy with some stuff. And yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get on. I'm not gonna like buy a gaming laptop and be able to log onto my base while I'm away. It's just like not something I'm gonna do. So yeah, we're gonna be gone for 5 whole days, and we're gonna try to prep the base as best we can to be defended well while we're gone. But I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen. That's like super long. If you played like Rust or Small Tribes, you know that if you leave your base for that long, it's almost 100% guaranteed to be gone when you get back. But I don't know, dude. No one's attacked the base the whole time I've been here, and I'm hoping we did a good enough job defending it that it makes it hard to defend. You can see that I've made a few more changes. Here is like the little rat hole entrance. The one thing I am concerned about is people building into my base. If you don't know what that is, there's like some broken mechanics where you can like build structures into enemy bases, and then it's like not as hard to raid. Well, I don't know, we'll have to see. So we got all of our pyro mains. I raised a ton of these really good, mostly 100k HP pyro mains. We got our plants, they got enough water. We got the tech turrets, the normal turrets, we got the Tesla coils, and all of our turrets are like pretty much have pretty full ammo. So yeah, that's basically, I've done all that I can do to defend this base, and I'm just hoping that it works. Fill up this too. So this is what else I'm doing. You can see how high these Pyromanes are getting, 90,000 HP on this one. I've put aggressive Pyromanes around the entire base, so even if someone gets in, I mean, they're going to have to kill these one by one. Quite a few here, and then we got a couple more back here. But yeah. So the base is actually really stacked. I'm not going to lie, dude. Like, this has been super fun to jump back into small tribes. I really hadn't played small tribes seriously on Ark Ascended until this run. It was fun to get like tech and to do like a few good raids, and I'm hoping that we're gonna stay around for longer. You can see all this nice flak we got. We didn't really craft much of this, but yeah, I'm hoping that this base will survive. It's just like I gotta be prepared for the worst because I am really leaving for a very long time. Yeah, and here is our little breeding base. I think I've showed this off a couple times, but it has been great. Really recommend doing this. If you're building like a little small rat hole as your main base, have a linked storage box or a small teleporter to another location for your breeding base. This has been really like a nice little cave area for that. Alright, and then here is our other little outpost we have for transferring off. I don't have a transmitter because I don't have the transmitter engram, but I don't even need one that much. I've set down this little box and it's really close to this little charge node here, which works as a transmitter, which is great. I mean, this is one of the reasons I really like Aberration, and there's all this metal and berries around here, which made my life really easy for like building up and getting resources. So yeah, that is the entire base and my two little outposts. Okay, boys, so we are going to be logging off and hoping for the best, hoping all of our hard work paid off. We're leaving tonight, and so yeah, 5 days we'll be gone, and I am just going to have my fingers crossed that our base is still here when we get back. Alrighty, boys, so I am back from my trip. It has been 5 days, and as you probably guessed, unfortunately, we are wiped. There's just nothing I could really do there. I had to leave, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have invited somebody to my tribe and been like, hey, can you watch the base and defend it if someone gets on? But it's kind of whatever. A little bit disappointing that the base is raided. I worked really hard on it. It looks like they raided my like little breeding base first, and then the main base got raided like a couple of days later. You can see they killed all of my pyromanes, so they did their job at least. They had to go through killing those pyromanes one by one, and then they got into the base somehow, which is a little unfortunate. I'm gonna go over to the base and see the damage, see if there's anything left for us to get, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Okay, so we're at the base entrance. Looks like they set up a turret here. Luckily it's not on still. So I can tell that the guys who raided my base is the Alpha tribe. They have like a little teleporter spot out front here, and their tribe name, I mean, I recognize that they're the Alpha tribe of the server. Okay, so let's check it out. We have a pyromane left. I don't know how this thing is left because it was on aggressive, so it would have been a pain to deal with. And our tech turrets are here still. This one is not missing a single bullet. That is not a good sign. Yep, all this is gone. All of our resources are gone. So I purposefully left the vaults unpin coded so they didn't have to blow them up. Because, I mean, if they got in, they got in. Yeah, I mean, there is like a few things left here and there. There's 3 beefy gates. That's nice. But definitely not anything really worth value. This is just something you'd find in a raided base, like on a regular basis. Let's see. In here, there is a little bit of gear. But yeah, nothing really. Nothing worth continuing with, honestly. They did leave a few things, but This is disappointing, honestly, dude. I really thought that this base was going to last. I thought I did a pretty good job preparing it to be left for a while. It's weird they left this bulb dog. It's super weird. It's like, if you were raiding this, wouldn't you kill everything to check for gear? That is a little strange. Yeah, so I mean, there are some structures and stuff, but unfortunately the truth of it is like my life currently, it doesn't allow me to play small tribes like I used to, and I'm sure a lot of your lives don't either. It's just, it takes too much time, and I mean, this base survived with me like going to work every day, being gone for 12 hours at a time usually, or like sometimes not log on for 24 hours, and it did survive that. It didn't survive the full 5 days I had to leave though, but that's just the unfortunate reality of small tribes, is it really takes a lot of time and dedication, and that's not something that I can like really do at this point. But it was really fun to play, honestly. I am curious if someone just cheesed this base through the mesh or something, honestly. I thought they might have left something. I don't know that for sure though. They could have just raided this legit, and I just don't know that. Okay, so we found another pyro main down here on the ground. So we have a couple of these left. These are top stat pyro mains, but yeah, I don't think that it's like worth it to continue really. We're gonna go look at the breeding base, because I saw that that got raided, but our beds are still up, which is a little bit strange. Okay, so here's the base. This is weird. They left the gas in here. It's weird that they're leaving the dinos. I mean, this almost makes me think that the guys who raided this were cheating, because they can see inventories of the dinos, and they might have just seen that they don't contain anything, so they don't even bother killing them. But they did kill the stuff that had stuff in it. So it's like a little bit sus, honestly, but I don't know. Okay, so I made a spyglass. We're back at our base. I just wanted to look. So that's missing 90 bullets. That's missing 0. That's missing 20 or 30. That is so weird. Yeah, it's weird that I'm not really missing tech ammo. It's like they either built into this base, or they cheat, or they like meshed it. I'm not sure. They could have rated it legitly. I'm not saying they didn't, but it's just a little strange. But yeah, unfortunately, I think this is where our small tribe series is going to come to an end. I can't play it right now, like through the holidays and everything. I'm just busy, and I can't be like logging on for 6 hours a day. It's just not going to work for me. But it was super fun to build the base. I mean, it was fun to kind of get started all fresh and on my own and build up solo. That was really fun. Alrighty, boys, so we came back to our Ragnarok server. It's been a few days since I got wiped, and it's crazy. There's a guy here with a mana. If he kills me, I'm gonna know something weird is going on. Okay, maybe he's just checking the timer. But our Sky Quets actually survived, which is crazy. So maybe if I would have just stayed on my Sky Quets this whole time, things would have worked out better. You can see here my Quetzal auto-decayed, which just means I didn't render it. I didn't log in for like a week here, so it just disappeared. But yeah, maybe if you're gonna play solo, staying on a Sky Quetz could be the move. Alrighty, boys, that's going to wrap up this video. I know that the Small Tribe series was kind of short, and I apologize for that. It's just not something I can do at this point in my life, but hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Maybe we'll come back to it later on. Yeah, that is it. Thanks so much for the support in this series. We'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, peace, my dudes.